So I'm going to walk you through one of the key modules in our VC OS system that we've built in Coda. Coda is an amazing productivity tool that lets you blend docs and sheets and presentations into a fully integrated system that you can use to run your meetings, run your team, take personal notes in, or even build your own workflows in. And what I'm going to show you is what we've built to help VCs run their own meetings. Now, this is completely customizable to you. We're going to walk through some scenarios that we've seen other VCs do, but keep an open mind in terms of if you think, well, could I put this information in or could I have it work that way? You absolutely can with Coda. So let's start with what's going on with the VC weekly meeting. From what we've seen, we wanted to design something that was ready for the real world, meaning that for most teams, you're out there networking all the time. You're trying to keep the CRM update to date. You're trying to keep your personal notes up to date. But generally, it's not till you get together at the meeting that you realize there's new information that you want to communicate. And so the purpose of the meeting is really to facilitate those conversations and make sure that the notes that you have and the insights that you have can be easily captured. And what's great about this particular integration is it's integrated with Affinity CRM and can integrate with any other CRM that you might be using. So if you've got a system or record like Salesforce or HubSpot or Affinity, you can use this meeting template to run the meeting, capture the data, and copy it right back. So let's take a walkthrough. So first, we've got our meeting here, November 7th. You can see we can reference previous agendas right on the side here. And it's just like a doc. We can add an action item like review the latest portfolio performance. These agendas and updates can all be set before the meeting and update them live as well. What's cool is this doc that we're creating here will actually be generated in the end with all of the data that we now have. So you can actually work with real data when you're talking about your deals to discuss, your portfolio companies, or people that you might want to discuss. And you can update your progress in real time. So you might say, actually, we've already had a second meeting with Xano and we're feeling pretty good about it. And you can push that update and refresh it. And now that information is in Affinity. Also on the other side, if you were to update Affinity information, all that data comes right through. So you can see here, we're pulling all of the information from Affinity and you can add that data into your own table in whatever order you like. With Coda, you can move things around. So you can get whatever information is most relevant for you in the order that's relevant for you. In this case, I've just set up, the status, the deal date, the investment round, and the estimated amount. Of course, the point of a meeting is to be able to add notes and discussions. So for example, you might want to add a note to today's meeting, something like, we see potential for an AI play here. And in this case, I'm going to be the one recording it, and you can record your sentiment. We're seeing more and more that teams are recording how they feel about a deal as it charts over time, because it's a great input into their scoring systems on the due diligence side. So you can mark that sentiment, add that note, and maybe we want to put an action item here. Let's walk through the AI tech with their CTO and assign that to the team member that's going to go after it. In this case, I'll give it to my CTO to chase it down. So you can assign action items to team members. You can see what the progress is on those items, and you can do it on a per deal basis. You can do the same with portcos. You can grab their pitch decks, update, where they are, how much you've invested, other notes and action items you might have, and then same with people to discuss. One of the cool things about Coda is a ritual called Dory, which comes from Google, which is basically a way to make sure that we talk about the most relevant things that everyone's interested in. So let's say you've only got 5 minutes left in your meeting. Everyone can go in and upvote the items that they really want to talk about. And it automatically changes that sorting so that the item that the team really wants to discuss, in this case, Switchboard, a new no-code tool, is at the top of the list. And you can get through all of those discussions. So the weekly meeting template is designed to be a dynamic guide in discussion where the information that you capture, the tasks that you assign, and the updates that you might have to the information in your CRM all happen in real time. And when you're done, all you have to do is press end meeting, and it will produce this recap that you can just email out to everyone or save as a PDF. And that includes all of the things that you typed in, as well as those notes that you added on the specific company. Now let's delve into getting ready for the meeting. Of course, it would be great if everyone on your team updated their information for an upcoming meeting prior to the meeting, but we know that many times you don't really start doing that until everyone's sitting down in those first few minutes. So this Team Hub provides each team member a dashboard for their specific view on the meeting. When I go to this dashboard, I can jump right into prep. And what you can see here is I've got a prep system that I can work through, but I can also dive into people that I might want to create updates with, portcos, to-do items that I've been assigned up, what's coming up at this meeting that I said was going to be completed? Has it been done? I can move those tasks around. So for example, if I hit a blocker and I want to update everybody on that, I can do that right here. And all of that rolls up to this prep doc that enables each team member to get their own view. So they can see, what the upcoming agenda is. They can see just their specific deals, their portfolio companies, and their people to discuss. And they can actually decide who they want to talk about right here. So for example, I might say, actually, let's have that discussion about Airtable. And maybe we don't need to talk about Blossom at the moment. And so by putting this in front of team members, you, of course, can send this out. This is a dashboard specific to them. Everyone can jump in at any time and be updated here. You can send them a reminder with the Gmail pack where it'll send everybody, hey, prepare for the meeting here before we have it. But also, we've designed this so that in real time during the meeting, they can update this information. So if you'd be excited to learn more about this or even workshop a little bit with us how Coda could be useful for you as a VC, go ahead and check out our office hours in the link. It's we hang out every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific. You're welcome to join, hang out with the other VCs who are playing around with Coda, see what they're doing, and I'll be there helping to build anything that you'd like to try.